Hello everyone, my name is Chris and welcome to my all unique loot guide in the Old World Blues expansion for Fallout New Vegas. This guide will showcase all the unique loot the player can acquire within the DLC. Please note that I haven't included the sync upgrades or the skill book recipes, as I will be covering them in their own respective video. As always, there are timestamps in the description if you wish to skip to a particular item, but without further ado, let's get into the video. First up is the Mad Scientist Scrubs. This is a unique version of the Scientist Scrubs and can be found within two locations. The first can be found within the sink at the start of the DLC. Make your way into the sink and head down the left hand side to enter the bedroom. On top of some shelves on the right hand side will be the first set. The second set can be found at the X-17 Meteorological Station. Make your way into the facility and head up the catwalk and enter the small metal hut within the room. On the floor next to some footlockers will be the outfit. The outfit has a DT increase from 2 to 3 as well as its condition being increased from 100 to 150. This comes at a cost of the outfit weighing more from 2 to 3. Next up is the K9000 Cyberdog gun. This is its own unique item and can be given to you by the think tank at the start of the DLC. When entering the think tank and agreeing to help gather various technologies around the crater, the player can pass a 50 gun skill check in order to be given the weapon.
What did it say? Spit lead? What, like pencils?
Oh, I think it wants a combustion pistol.
Wait, I said that already. Yes, I have the Cyberdog gun, with the little floppy metal ears and the curious nose sensor. Here.
The weapon deals 26 damage and has a crit damage of 13. The weapon, however, requires a strength skill of 8 as well as a gun skill of 75 to use. Next up is Dr. Klein's glasses. This is its own unique item and can be found within the think tank. Enter the think tank and make your way to the left of the room until you come to a table with a chemistry set on top. Next to the chemistry set will be the glasses. The glasses have a DT of 1 and provide a bonus of 5 into repair as well as 1 into intelligence. Next up is Dr. Mobius' glasses. This is its own unique item and is found within the think tank. Make your way to the right hand side of the think tank and enter the rightmost room. Enter the room and on the left hand side on the floor in front of some cabinets will be the glasses. The glasses have a DT of 1 and provide a bonus of 10 into explosives as well as 2 into intelligence. Next up is the Sonic Emitter Tarantula upgrade. This is a unique version of the Sonic Emitter Revelations and can be found within Higgs Village. Make your way into the village and enter House 00. Head up to the second floor and enter the room with a desk and a broken terminal. On top of the terminal will be the holotape. The weapon has a damage increase from 31 to 60 as well as a crit damage increase from 18 to 30. The weapon also has a chance to set targets on fire upon a critical hit, dealing 2 points of damage for 5 seconds. This all comes at the cost of the weapon having a higher energy weapon skill requirement from 50 to 75. Additionally, the weapon's magazine size has been decreased from 24 to 8. The weapon also consumes 3 cells instead of 1 per shot. Next up is the Sonic Emitter Opera Singer upgrade. This is also a unique version of the Sonic Emitter Revelations and can be found within Higgs Village. Make your way into the village and enter House 108. Make your way up to the second floor and enter the bedroom on the right hand side. On the bedside table will be the holotape. The weapon has a damage increase from 31 to 55 as well as the crit damage increase from 18 to 25. The weapon also has a chance to lower a limb by 20 points upon a critical hit. Next up is Dr. Klein's glove. This is a unique version of a scientist glove and can be found within Higgs Village. Make your way into the village and enter House 101. Make your way up to the second floor and enter the second room to the left. Turn around and on the bottom shelf of a bookshelf will be the glove. The weapon has a damage increase from 21 to 34 as well as a crit multiplier being doubled from 1.5 to 3. The weapon reduces an enemy's energy weapon skill by 5 for 30 seconds as well as reducing an enemy's strength by 2 for 30 seconds upon a hit. The weapon also reduces an enemy's strength by additional 1 point for 30 seconds as well as reducing an enemy's DT by 1 for 30 seconds upon a critical hit. This comes at the cost of a higher unarmed skill requirement from 25 to 45 as well as needing a higher strength from 2 to 3. Next up is Dr. Klein's Scrubs. This is a unique version of Scientist Scrubs and can be found within Higgs Village. Enter House 101 and make your way up to the second floor. Enter the far right room and on top of a wardrobe on the right hand side will be the outfit. The outfit has a DT increase from 2 to 4 as well as having a higher condition from 100 to 350. The outfit also provides a higher science bonus from 5 to 10 as well as a higher intelligence bonus from 1 to 2. However, this comes at the cost of a higher weight from 2 to 4. Next up is the Sonic Emitter Gabriel's Bark upgrade. This is a unique version of the Sonic Emitter Revelations and can be found within the X8 Research Center. Make your way into the center and start the residential test facility. Enter the testing area and within one of Gabe's digging spots will be the upgrade. The weapon has a damage increase from 31 to 55 as well as a crit damage increase from 18 to 25. The weapon also has a chance to knock targets down upon a critical hit. This all comes at the cost of a lower magazine size from 24 to 12 as well as the weapon consuming 2 cells instead of 1. Next up is the K9000 Cyberdog FIDO Schematics. This is a unique version of the K9000 Cyberdog gun and can be found within the X8 Research Centre. Make your way through the facility until you come to the testing door. Make your way down the left hand path and enter the kennels. You will need to find the key at the X13 lab. Head through the door and at the end on top of a table will be the schematics. The weapon has a damage increase from 26 to 36 as well as a crit damage increase from 13 to 18. This comes at a cost of a higher gun skill requirement from 75 to 85 as well as needing a higher strength requirement from 8 to 9. The weapon also uses the rear .44 Magnum rounds instead of the 357 rounds. Next up is Christine's Circle of Steel Recon Armor. This is a unique version of Recon Armor and can be found at the Y17 Medical Facility. Make your way into the facility and head towards the broken auto dock at the centre of the room. On the floor next to the auto dock will be the armor. The outfit has a DT increase from 17 to 19 as well as having a higher condition from 400 to 500. Next up is the Sterilizer glove. There are 2 copies of this that you can find within the DLC. This is a unique version of a scientist glove and the first can be found at the Y17 Medical Facility. Make your way into the room and head through the right hand door. You will need the Sonic Emitter upgrade to destroy force fields for this copy. Enter through the room and on the right hand side on the console will be the weapon. The second copy can be found east of Higgs Village only when you've entered next to the Y17 Medical Facility at least once. Start at Higgs Village and make your way east until you come across the Robo brain boss Super Ego. Destroy the boss and on his body will be the second Sterilizer glove. The weapon deals the same amount of damage as a scientist glove, however has a chance to set enemies on fire upon a critical hit, dealing 2 damage for 5 seconds. Additionally, the crit multiplier has been increased from 1 to 1.5. This comes at a cost of a higher weight from 2 to 3 as well as a higher unarmed skill requirement from 25 to 55. Next up is the Atomic-Valence Tri-Radii-Oscillator. This is a unique version of a Valence Tri-Radii-Oscillator. There are 2 copies of this item you can find. The first copy can be found at the Z14 Pepsine DNA Splicing Lab. Make your way down and continue through the lab until you encounter the Cazador boss Specimen 73. After killing the boss you can find the item on its corpse. The second copy requires 2 steps. First, head to the X7A left field artillery launch and make your way up to the control platform. Activate the console and shoot the artillery gun. Next, make your way to the X7B Boomtown target zone. Make your way into the area and on the left hand side you will see a crater made from the artillery shot. In the crater will be a footlocker and inside will be the second copy. The item has a DT increase from 3 to 4 as well as a higher condition from 50 to 100. The item also heals the player for more, granting 24 hit points instead of 12 every in-game hour. Next up is the Corrosive glove. This is a unique version of a scientist glove and can be found at the Z43 Innovative Toxins plant. Make your way into the plant and on the right hand side in the first room on the table will be the glove. The weapon deals the same amount of damage as a scientist glove, however has a chance to poison enemies upon a critical hit, dealing 2 damage for 10 seconds. Additionally, the crit multiplier has been increased from 1 to 1.5. This comes at the cost of a higher weight from 2 to 4 as well as a higher unarmed skill requirement from 25 to 55. Next up is the Hazmat suit and Darklight Cowl. Before heading for this item, if you don't have the Sonic Emitter upgrade to destroy force fields, then make your way to the Z43 Innovative Toxins plant. Enter the plant and head all the way down to the end and enter a left side room. On the floor on the left hand side in front of some filing cabinets will be the Hazmat pod security code. The outfit is its own unique item and can be found at the Hazmat testing ground. Make your way to the location and at the bottom of a destroyed building will be the suit within a containment pod. Either use the code or the Sonic Emitter to deactivate the force field to loot the outfit. The Hazmat suit has a DT of 11 and provides a poison resistance of 85. The Darklight Cowl has a DT of 2 and grants the player night vision similar to using Ghost Sight from Dead Money. Next up is the Yangtze camp jumpsuit. This is its own unique item and can be found on the prisoners at Little Yangtze. Make your way to the camp and kill all the remaining prisoners to take their jumpsuits. There are only a limited number of them in the DLC. The jumpsuit has a DT of 1 and provides 5 points into repair. Next up is Elijah's Advanced LAER. This is a unique version of a LAER and can be found at Little Yangtze. Start at the front gate and climb up the watchtower on the left hand side. On the balcony will be the weapon. The weapon has a higher fire rate, dealing from 2.5 to 2.8 attacks per second. This weapon, unlike the normal LAER, accepts weapon mods, however this comes at a cost of a lower magazine size from 20 to 15. Next up is Christine's Circle of Steel Silencer Rifle. This is a unique version of a sniper rifle and can be found at Little Yangtze. Make your way into the camp through the front gate and exit out a right hand gate where you will come across a ruined building. Make your way up to the second floor where you will find the weapon leaning against the wall. The weapon has a damage and crit damage increase from 45 to 62 as well as having a higher crit multiplier from 2 to 2.5. The weapon also weighs less from 8 to 5.5 and already comes with the silencer mod equipped. This comes at the cost of a higher AP cost from 27 to 38. Next up is Elijah's jury-rigged Tesla cannon. This is a unique version of a Tesla cannon and can be found at Elijah's watch. Head to the location and make your way forward past the camp until you come to a wooden platform area. On top of the platform will be the weapon. The weapon has a damage increase from 80 to 85 as well as a crit damage increase from 40 to 45. The weapon spread has been reduced from 0.1 to 0, giving the weapon perfect accuracy. The weapon also has a higher magazine size from 4 to 6. Next up is the X2 antenna. This is its own unique weapon and will be acquired during the Old World Blue story within the X2 transmitter antenna relay. Make your way through the building and up the ladder to access the dish. Head up the small ladder walkway to loot the item. The weapon deals 65 points of damage as well as 23 points of crit damage. The weapon deals 50 more points of damage against robots as well as 20 more points to enemies in power armor except NCR salvage power armor. The weapon has a melee skill requirement of 75 to use as well as a strength requirement of 7. Next up is the Stealth Suit Mark II. This is its own unique item and will be acquired during the Old World's Blue story within the X13 research facility. The armor has a DT of 14 and has the potential to give the player the following effects which stack. Before upgrading the suit, it grants a bonus of 15 into sneak. When upgraded to version 1.1, it adds a bonus of 10 more points into sneak. When upgraded to version 1.2, it grants a bonus of 1 into perception. When upgraded to version 1.3, it grants a bonus of 1 into agility. Finally, when upgraded to version 1.4, it increases the player's sneak movement by 20%. Next up is the Protonic Inversal Axe. This is a unique version of a Proton Axe. There are 4 copies of this weapon that you can find. The first copy can be found at the X13 research facility. Make your way through the lab until you come to a catwalk. Take a right and enter a smaller door leading to the VR simulation room. Embedded within a skeleton will be the first copy. The second copy can be found at the cuckoo's nest. Enter the area and the weapon will be carried by one of the lobotomites. Simply kill them and loot the weapon from them. The final 2 copies can be found in Little Yangtze. Start at the front gate and take a left and follow the path up a small cliff. On top of the cliff you will find the weapon on 2 named Yangtze ghouls, number 27 and number 34. Simply kill them and loot the weapons from their corpses. The weapon has a damage increase from 50 to 58 as well as a crit damage increase from 25 to 45. This comes at the cost of a higher AP cost from 22 to 25. Next up is the Big Mountain Snow Globe. The snow globe can be found at the X17 meteorological station. Make your way into the facility and head up the catwalk and enter the small metal hut within the room. On a console on the left hand side will be the snow globe. Upon looting the snow globe, the player will immediately receive 2,000 caps and will be displayed within the presidential suite at the Lucky 38. Next up is the Protonic Inversal Throwing Axe. This is a unique version of the Proton Throwing Axe, and there are only 15 copies of this item that you can find in the DLC. The first 5 can be found at the X17 meteorological station. Make your way into the station and continue past the stairs on the ground floor until you come across the robot boss Iron Belly. After destroying the boss, you can loot the 5 axes from his corpse. The last 10 copies can be found at Little Yangtze. Start at the front gate and take a left and follow the path up a small cliff. On top of the cliff you will find a named ghoul, Subject 34. Kill the ghoul and on his corpse will be the final 10 axes. The weapon has a damage increase from 40 to 60, however comes at the cost of a higher AP cost from 20 to 22. Next up is the Sonic Emitter Robo Scorpion upgrade. This is a unique version of a Sonic Emitter Revelations and can be found within the Forbidden Zone dome. Make your way through the zone and head up the catwalk until you get to the door leading to Mobius. On a table in front of the door will be the holotape. The weapon has a damage increase from 31 to 65 as well as a crit damage increase from 18 to 30. The weapon also has a chance to deal 100 points of explosive damage to an enemy upon a critical hit. All this comes at the cost of lower magazine size from 24 to 8 as well as the weapon consuming 3 cells instead of 1 per shot. Next up is Dr. Mobius' Scrubs. This is a unique version of a Scientist Scrubs and can be found within the Forbidden Zone dome near Dr. Mobius. Enter the area and make your way to the right of the main stairs. In the trunk will be the outfit. The outfit has a DT increase from 2 to 6 as well as provides a bonus of 1 into charisma, 15 into science and 2 into intelligence. The outfit also has a condition increase from 100 to 450, however this comes at the cost of the outfit weighing more from 2 to 6. The final item is Dr. Mobius' glove. This is a unique version of a scientist glove and can be found within the Forbidden Zone dome near Dr. Mobius. Enter the area and make your way to the left of the stairs. You will come across a table. On the table next to some books will be the glove. The weapon has a damage increase from 21 to 28 as well as its crit multiplier being increased from 1.5 to 2. The weapon's AP cost has also been decreased from 28 to 15. The weapon has the effect of reducing an enemy's energy weapon skill by 5 for 30 seconds upon a hit as well as reducing their perception by 2 for 30 seconds. Upon a critical hit, the weapon has a chance to knock an enemy back and or make them frenzy. All this comes at the cost of a higher weight from 2 to 3. And there we have all the unique loot within the Old World's Blues DLC. I hope you found this video helpful and as always, thank you for watching.